Hi family, welcome back once again to another video. So today's random thoughts, or should I say inspiration that I had is just revolving around our relationship with God. Or in the Bible it says the relationship between a man and a woman is a picture of the relationship between Christ and his bride, the church. I was thinking the other day, God loves marriage to the extent that even when a Christian is with an unbeliever, God is like, it's okay. If the unbeliever is willing to be with you, it's fine. Only let him go when he's willing to go. So for me, that just shows me just how much God treasures marriage. The fact that he doesn't want us to be unequally yoked with unbelievers, but if it so happens that you end up yoking with an unbeliever, he's okay with it. Okay, not that he's okay, but he's willing to accommodate that. That just shows you how much he treasures the aspect of marriage. So I was thinking the other day, there is no perfect marriage, I believe. There is no marriage where one party does not hurt the other, where forgiveness is not meant to be. So our thinking, likewise, is just the way God's relationship is with us. We are righteous. We are righteous not by the works we do, but by the works that Christ. And so we have already been given that righteousness. But given that we are in the journey of sanctification, we fall every now and then. But every time a righteous man falls, but each time he gets up, each time he gets up. So that's the way that marriage emulates the relationship between us and God. We are human, but He loves us so much. I think in this case, we could be likened to the unbelieving spouse. The times we fall, the times we stand up, the times that moments when we just become rebellious and run away completely for a while. And we're like, God, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Yeah, so there are those moments we just switch off, because when I think about my Christian life, it's not an uphill. If I have to think about it in form of a curve, it's not an uphill curve. No, my Christian life has been moments of getting up and then falling, and then sometimes I lay flat and then I'm up. So it's not like a perfect curve. It's up and down. Sometimes I fall below zero and I go to the negatives and then I come back. It's just the grace of God that sustains me. And of course, we have to keep growing every day, but I'm just talking from a perspective of we are human and we have flesh. And it's just the grace of God that keeps us moving in the right direction. So, yeah, just like in marriage, where one party fails the other, they get mad at each other, they get back together, but the two parties remain a constant in this relationship. It's not like it doesn't get to a point where they're like, you know what, we are done, and you go get other parties. And sometimes even people go out there and get other parties and then they get back together, because even sometimes we forget about God and turn to other practices altogether. Like, Saul, when he was not hearing from God, he decided to go seek out a medium. So sometimes that's what happens to us as Christians. When we feel like God is silent, we begin to look for other mediums by which we can get direction, forgetting that God hates this. He just wants to be the only one. Whether he's silent, whether he's quiet, he wants to be the ultimate, the soul. So that's just the way it is. Marriage reflects our relationship with God. We have to keep together through the thick, through the bad. And then also when I think about children in a marriage, as a mother, I think even fathers really, God, in describing how much He loves us, there's a verse He says, even if a mother forgets a child that's suckling at her bosom, He will never forget. He will never forget about us. So that just shows us that a mother and child bond and love is the strongest of all bonds. I think I have had many bonds from the time I was born. I have had a mother, I've had siblings, I've had partners, and then now I have a child. But I can rightly state that the bond between a mother and child is by far the strongest bond ever. But the funny thing is that even these children that we love with all our hearts, they tend to misbehave sometimes, but that doesn't stop us from loving them. So, in the same way, God is our parent and we are the children. And sometimes we sin, we forget about, like, but He still loves us. So, marriage, all in all, just is a picture of God's love, you know. And I think we should do it the way that God, you know, sets the pace for us to do. Unconditional love, you know, falling and getting back up and everything. I hope that you are blessed. Thank you for listening. Until we meet again.